Did you know that many myths about diabetes can put your health at risk? Stories like eating sweets causes diabetes or diabetics can't eat fruits create confusion and unnecessary fear. But the truth is that understanding what is a myth and what is real is essential to controlling diabetes and living a healthier life. It doesn't have to be a sentence of suffering. Let's debunk these myths and show you how to take care of your health in a simple and fearless way. Stay tuned and discover the 10 biggest myths about diabetes. But before we continue, make sure you're subscribed to the channel because I have a series of videos that will help you control diabetes and improve your health. Let's get started. 1. Diabetes is caused by eating too much sugar. Many people believe that diabetes only happens because someone ate too many sweets or sugar. But the truth is not quite that simple. Diabetes is related to how the body handles glucose, the sugar that comes from food. Our body uses insulin to turn glucose into energy. When something doesn't work as it should, glucose builds up in the blood and can cause diabetes. Eating too much sugar in excess can, indeed, increase the risk of type 2 diabetes, especially when combined with a lack of physical exercise and other unhealthy habits. However, sugar alone is not the only cause of the disease. The key lies in balance and taking care of your diet and lifestyle. That way, we can avoid complications and maintain our health. 2. Diabetics cannot eat carbohydrates. Many people believe that those with diabetes should completely avoid carbohydrates, but this isn't true. Carbohydrates are an important source of energy for our body, and even people with diabetes need them, just in moderation. The key is choosing the right carbohydrates. Whole foods like brown rice, beans, sweet potatoes, and some fruits are healthier options because they release glucose more slowly into the bloodstream, helping to control sugar levels. On the other hand, simple carbohydrates like breads and cakes made with white flour can cause glucose levels to spike quickly, which isn't ideal for people with diabetes. So, it's not that diabetics can't eat carbs, but they need to choose carefully and consume the right amounts. I know how challenging it can be to choose the right meals to control blood sugar, especially with so many options out there. But what if you had a simple and practical guide, full of delicious recipes tailored for diabetics? With Smart Eating, the nutritional guide for diabetics, you'll have the support you need to plan your meals from breakfast to desserts, with ingredients that help keep glucose levels stable. Want to transform your diet and start managing blood sugar in an easy and tasty way? Download the guide now by clicking the link in the first pinned comment below the video. 3. Insulin is the only way to treat diabetes. Many people think that the only way to treat diabetes is with insulin, but that's not true. While insulin is essential for those with type 1 diabetes, or even some cases of type 2, there are many ways to manage the disease. For people with type 2 diabetes, for example, lifestyle changes like improving diet, exercising, and losing weight can be enough to control blood sugar levels. There are also oral medications that help control glucose. Insulin is just one option, and treatment depends on each case. The important thing is that with proper medical guidance, it's possible to keep diabetes under control and live well. 4. Type 1 diabetes only affects children. It's a common mistake to think that type 1 diabetes is a disease exclusive to children. In fact, it can develop at any stage of life, although it is more commonly diagnosed in childhood or adolescence. Type 1 diabetes occurs when the immune system attacks and destroys the pancreas cells responsible for producing insulin, which is essential for controlling blood glucose levels. That's why people with type 1 diabetes need insulin to survive. However, adults can also be diagnosed with this type of diabetes, and the treatment is the same, involving glucose control through insulin and other care. In other words, type 1 diabetes has no age limit and can affect anyone. 5. Eating sweets causes diabetes. Many people believe that eating sweets is the main cause of diabetes, but this view is misguided. Eating sweets occasionally will not immediately make you develop diabetes. What really happens is that excessive consumption of foods rich in sugars and calories, especially when combined with a sedentary lifestyle, can lead to weight gain, which is one of the main risk factors for type 2 diabetes. In other words, it's not the sweets themselves that cause the disease, but rather overall eating habits, including excessive consumption of sugary foods and lack of exercise. The key is balance. It's possible to eat sweets once in a while, but always in moderation and adopting healthy habits daily. 6. People with diabetes cannot eat fruits. Many people think that those with diabetes can't eat fruits, but that's a myth. Fruits are an excellent source of vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants, which are essential for maintaining a healthy body. What people with diabetes need to do is choose the right fruits and consume them in moderation. Some fruits, like apples, pears, strawberries, and peaches, have a lesser impact on blood glucose levels because they are rich in fiber and water. Others, like very ripe bananas or mangoes, can raise glucose levels more quickly. The secret is choosing fruits with a low glycemic index and avoiding excessive consumption. Eating fresh, varied fruits is a healthy way to include important nutrients in the diet without compromising glucose control. So yes, people with diabetes can and should eat fruits, but with attention to the type and amount consumed. 7. Type 2 diabetes is not serious and doesn't require treatment. Many people believe that type 2 diabetes is not a serious disease, but this is a big mistake. While many people with type 2 diabetes can control the disease with lifestyle changes, it can lead to serious health complications if not treated properly. Type 2 diabetes is associated with a higher risk of heart disease, kidney problems, nerve damage, vision loss, and even amputations. Therefore, it's crucial to treat diabetes seriously by controlling glucose levels, maintaining a healthy diet, exercising, and, in some cases, using medications or insulin. Proper treatment can prevent severe complications and allow people with diabetes to live a healthy life. Therefore, type 2 diabetes is indeed a serious condition and needs to be monitored and treated with care. 8. Diabetes only affects overweight people. Although being overweight and obese are risk factors for developing type 2 diabetes, this doesn't mean that people with a normal weight are immune to the disease. Type 2 diabetes can affect anyone, regardless of weight, because factors such as genetics, age, and lifestyle also play important roles. For example, lack of physical activity, a diet high in processed foods, and constant stress can increase the risk of developing diabetes, even in people with a healthy weight. Additionally, people with a family history of diabetes may have a higher risk, even without being overweight. Therefore, diabetes can affect anyone, and it's essential to maintain a healthy lifestyle to prevent the disease, regardless of body weight. 9. Diabetics must follow extremely restrictive diets. Many people believe that those with diabetes must follow a super restrictive and bland diet, but this is a big misunderstanding. Controlling diabetes doesn't mean living with a tasteless diet. In fact, people with diabetes can enjoy a wide variety of foods as long as they choose the healthiest options and maintain balance. The key is to opt for foods with a low glycemic index, such as vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins, while avoiding foods high in sugars and refined carbohydrates. The focus is not on the total exclusion of certain foods, but on moderation. With the guidance of a healthcare professional and proper nutritional education, it's possible to eat tasty and balanced meals without compromising glucose control. In other words, it's entirely possible to enjoy great meals without extreme restrictions. 10. Diabetes is a life sentence without pleasure. Many people believe that when diagnosed with diabetes, life loses its fun and pleasure, but this is a big myth. Having diabetes doesn't mean you have to give up the good things in life. With proper glucose control, a healthy lifestyle, and good eating habits, it is totally possible to live a life full of enjoyment, health, and happiness. People with diabetes can continue to enjoy the things they love, like eating delicious and varied foods, as long as they maintain balance. Additionally, with new discoveries about healthy eating, adapted recipes, and even the practice of enjoyable physical activities like dancing or walking, diabetes doesn't have to be an obstacle. The secret is learning to take care of yourself and make decisions that improve your quality of life, without giving up daily joy and pleasure. Now that you know the 10 biggest myths about diabetes, it's much easier to understand how to control glucose and take care of your health effectively. Remember, knowledge is the key to a healthy and fulfilling life. If you liked the video, leave a comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. This way, you won't miss any new content and can continue learning how to improve your health every day. See you next time.